I'm gonna clean this rock. Thanks. But yeah, fucking, I had I made an appointment at my range because that's a thing I could do as a member, and I was like, oh, Saturdays are crazy. I'll reserve a lane, and then I went, you know what? Let me make it for like 10 a.m. so I'm not rushing first thing in the morning. Then I got up at fucking 5 a.m. I got a rousing 5 hours of sleep. And I was like, ah, fuck, I should have made it earlier, but I can't cancel it now. And then I'm chilling all day. Taco, why, man? What's up? Why are you pushing the frame? What's going on? He's looking at Boba. Do you need something? You need something, Mr. Cat?
It's been
105 months of subscribing from Arcean.
God damn, happy 105, Arcean. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, look at that cat. Ooh, look at that cat. Ooh, look at that cat. I like how if I aggressively pet his butt, he just falls over. But yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, I was hanging out this morning, just kind of waiting for it to be time for me to leave. And then I was like, you know what? I'll leave early and maybe get breakfast. I'll leave myself 45 minutes to get there. I leave my house, get a few blocks away, realize I forgot my wallet. So I come back home, I get my wallet. And then when I'm trying to turn off of my block, there's a car accident. So I'm just kind of sitting there for a little bit waiting for them to get off the road to make room to pass them. At this point, I'm like, well, I've got 30 minutes until I gotta be there, and it's a 30-minute drive. I'll be there just in time. Get on the highway, and it's 1 lane instead of 5. But yeah, so it took me, from that point on, another hour to get there. So I had to, like, call and change my reservation, and I just kind of sat in the car. Just kind of sitting there. Can I jump on these? No. Oh, so that was just annoying. An annoying morning. But it was nice to get out for a little bit. I hadn't been to the range in 2 months. And that's pretty much it. It's my life story right now. My damn life story. I should probably have more stuff to talk about. If I'm gonna play PowerWash Sim. The hell's up with y'all? What's going on in the world? Only good things, I'm sure. I'm sure only good stuff's going on. The best breakfast sandwich. What was on that breakfast sandwich? I've been making a lot of breakfasts lately. I gotta go grocery shopping again though. I'm out of eggs now. Made some chili. That sounds nice. Hey, what's up, Eve? Happy Saturday. Hello, hello. Working on a fence. Nice. Get chips for breakfast. I wound up popping in the Wawa and just getting a little egg and sausage bagel. That's what I have had today. It was not great. Crispy prosciutto umami bomb. God damn. Yeah, it sounds like a hell of a breakfast sandwich. I've been very regularly making really good eggs with like a couple breakfast sausages, usually like 3 of them. And then I toast a Dave's Killer Bagel. And that's been my breakfast like most days lately, which is really nice. I like having a nice breakfast. It was so good having the wiki page for umami. That's great. I love that. It was from a place, I take it? I haven't gone out for breakfast in a bit. I almost went to First Watch this morning. I was thinking about that, because I like a First Watch every now and again. They do a good breakfast, like a hatch chili breakfast. It's not like a breakfast burrito, because it's not in a tortilla. like a deconstructed breakfast burrito on a plate. So that is to say, it's like an egg and pepper omelet. Love a greasy diner breakfast. I haven't really had a very good diner breakfast in so long now. Like, there's a pretty decent diner here I found, but it's like, it's fine. I definitely make a better breakfast. It's extremely fine. But it ain't great. Oh, nice. Fuck yeah. Ah, fuck. I should have. So, I'll tell you, I got to do this one of these days. The barbecue place in Richmond, ZZQ. Fantastic place. It's probably the best barbecue in Richmond. It is also ungodly expensive. However, on the weekend, or on Saturdays, they make fucking pastrami. And I have to imagine it's the best pastrami I'll ever have in Richmond. And then on Sundays, they do prime rib. Yeah, it is kind of like a Gurch too. What's up, Ava? How you doing? I don't think I can do that.
It's been
60 months of subscribing from Avarika_online.
Thank you. Happy 60 months. God damn. 60 months go fast as hell. Thank you very much. I'm so happy with the resub alerts. I can't believe I finally got it figured out. So so those used to be my alerts back when the maximum sub was like 35 months. Like a really long time ago. Maybe like 2016, 2015, like long time ago. I had the It's Been alerts, but I had to make them all individually. Because I didn't, there was no way to automate it. Automate? Jesus Christ. So I recorded a long MP3 file that was just a text-to-speech going 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and I cut it up into like 35 different sound files, and then I had to make 35 different alerts for it. But now I have a text-to-speech engine installed, and it just reads that shit. I gotta think of other things to make it say for like gift subs and stuff. ZZQ, yeah, hell yeah. That's so fine. And also La Possum. I've deciphered. Yeah, I haven't been to Pearlie's in a minute. I was gonna go the other day, but my family will be here soon enough, and they're gonna want to go to Pearlie's a bunch. So I was like, yeah, I'll just save it for when they're here. I keep going on and off with eating healthier. Like I had a pretty healthy food week. And then, like the other night, I think I just ate a little too early, and I was like, "Well, I'm still pretty hungry. Let me get like a small personal pizza from a local place." And then it proceeded to make my stomach hurt for almost like 3 full days. It completely ruined me. And then yesterday, I pretty much ate nothing. Because yesterday was a fucking marathon. For anyone who didn't hear it during my intro, I streamed yesterday like 10 a.m. to 5. Immediately got in the shower and went to get a haircut. As soon as I got home from the haircut, I was on DBJ stream, and then I went straight from DBJ stream into Pathfinder in Discord with some folks. So I pretty much feel like I just had my foot on the gas all fucking day yesterday. Yo, what's up? Mike, I gotta tell you. So I left when you started listening to the podcast today. I was driving to go to the range, and then I hit traffic so bad that my car was practically stopped for like 30 minutes. That podcast paired with traffic was crazy. I felt like I was in traffic for a fucking week. That was an insane experience. That shit was so funny. It was fucking terrible, man. Oh, God. It made me feel much more confident about starting a podcast. Can't be that bad. God damn. But yeah, fucking, yesterday, I was just busy all goddamn day. So I was like, fuck it. Let me just get delivery because I'm still on the computer, and I'm going to be on the computer until like midnight. So I fell for the devious trick of, buy one, get one free on DoorDash. They'd buy one, get one free for like a bacon cheeseburger at Burger King. and that shit made me feel horrendous. So I feel like today's gonna be a very mild eating day after that. I gotta go grocery shopping, and I have to uninstall DoorDash. That was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. I clean all these? Nah, there's still some holes that are fucked up. Napture, thank you. What's up? I'll make sure these are all done before I move on. Okay. So many of them. Do a little power washing. I figure I'm going to do some power washing, and then I want to go into my shed and get it set up again. I haven't been in the shed on stream in like pretty much since I had COVID 2 months ago. And I had a new bench delivered, and I still haven't built it since I had COVID 2 months ago. So I was like, all right, I have to just commit to that today. I got to get in the shed. I got to build my bench. Get back on schedule with that. All right, cool. That's where I'm at. Yeah. Oh, so the fly shit is better. At least I'm seeing like 1 or 2 a day still, but that's it. I'm assuming because it's starting to get cold out. I think there is probably still a problem somewhere under my house, but at least it seems like it'll be chilling now for the winter. So I gotta get back on cooking all the time. I really like it makes me sick how much money I spent during the fly bullshit. It makes me feel genuinely ill because I pretty much didn't cook a meal at home for like 3 months, 4 months. So it was either eating out or like getting delivery or just fucking eating in my car like an asshole. But I must have put like 30 pounds on in those fly months, which turns me into a crazy person to think about. So I'm like, all right, we're getting back in the shed today. And I have to go back on like a torture myself diet for a little bit. I haven't heard from my trainer. He did post a video at competition. He was at a competition in Argentina, and in the video was captioned 1.2 grams of caffeine nearly killed my ass. And then it's him deadlifting 850 pounds and then pretty much immediately passing out into like the guy's arms behind him. But he did get his 850, so that's good. But yeah, 1.2 grams of caffeine, which is crazy. But he hasn't posted since that. And it was also just an Instagram story, or otherwise I would show you. Is it? I hope it's higher. I've come dangerously close to a gram some days. I've been trying to chill on the caffeine a bit. I cap myself at like 300 milligrams a day. But yeah, I haven't heard from him since that. So I don't know if he's back on Monday or if he's still away for another week. But either way, I'm gonna get back on my program. So I haven't worked out now in like a full week. He did a couple others since then. All right, good. I must have just been missing him. Yeah, that shit was crazy. He is a strong guy.
98 months of subscribing from Dragon.exe.
Thank you, Dragon Dot. What's up? Happy 98. Thank you. Yeah, I'm also very glad he's not dead. Aside from the fact that I like the guy. I do really enjoy training with him. It is nice having like one of the strongest guys on earth be my trainer. And it's like kind of equal parts scary too. Because I know he pushes me very, very hard. Because he pushes himself very, very hard. How did I originally meet my trainer? So it was when I moved here, I was going through it, and I was like, all right, like I wanted to start working out with a trainer when I lived in Florida, but I figured I would wait until I moved here. Then I was going through a rough time, and I was like, all right, it's time. Let me start working with a fucking trainer. And I was looking all over the place and contacting people, and was just not vibing with anybody. Like, they were either like really aggressive trainers I met, which I don't fuck with. I don't need someone being like, come on, bro, come on, bro. Like, I hate that shit. Fuck that. I need someone who's like kind of chill. I don't want to hear like, yeah, one more, you can do it. Like, fuck that. I hate that shit. And I finally found one person who seemed pretty chill, and they were like, well, a big part of my training is also spiritual training. Are you a Christian? And I was like, I'm gonna go fucking crazy. So I was complaining on Twitter about this. And my friend Lindsay, who unfortunately no longer lives here, but like I just moved to Richmond, I kind of forgot that Lindsay lived here. She was like, hey, asshole, you know I was a personal trainer, right? And that you live in my city now. Let me refer you to someone. And it was my current trainer she referred me to. They used to work at a GNC together, I think. And then they also worked at the same gym together for a bit. So that was cool. I owe Lindsay for that. She moved to Brooklyn. Last time I saw her, though, which maybe like a year ago, she was like, oh, you still keeping up with your training stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still with Gian, too. It's been like 3 years. So that's cool. My trainer is an intense guy, but he's also like a nice guy, at least to me. So, so I'm cool with it. I would never, ever, ever want to get on his bad side. Hey, hey, look, it's Drew. Such a happy boy. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I gotta think of a sub goal to do, other than just having a goal up. I gotta think of like a thing to deliver on for a sub goal. Arc Raiders, yeah, a little bit later today. I'm gonna get on that. I figured I'd start the day a little chiller today. I've been, it's been nice streams, but I do feel like I am burning at both ends insanely. I put in a crazy amount of hours last week. And part of that is I do feel the call of the grind when the sub count gets close to 1,000. So I'm like, let me just be live as much as humanly possible. So I've been streaming my fucking head off. Cleaning up here. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. I love that team. Yeah, I gotta get back on my yoga shit. 1,000 subs or 2,000 in the bush? That's crazy. I feel like 1,100 is my comfort number, and 1,000 is my oh god, oh fuck number. So we're just a touch above oh god, oh fuck. So that's good. I could live with that. On that yoga shit, yeah, that shit's real good. I have to get a new fucking bed. I've just been putting everything off right now that has to do with money, except for my tattoo because I felt bad canceling on my friend. I'd already had it booked, but I really need a new bed. I got 5 hours of sleep again last night and just woke up in horrible back pain, and I'm so sick of it. I'm heinously sick of it. Oop. What's stopping you? They cost too much money. I feel like I had a very expensive couple months, and Twitch has been slowing down, kind of understandably, as like everything seems to be slowing down because I know everyone's feeling the squeeze. But I feel like I should not spend any money right now, especially not that much. I had to sign up for my health insurance the other day, and it has gone up to $406 a month. And that's got me a little freaked out too. Shit be expensive. Oop. Twitch healthcare program. We'll be independent contractors forever on this platform, or any of the streaming platforms, honestly. That's one of those, and don't worry, I would never take one of these deals because I do think ultimately I'd rather like die poor than ever do it. But I saw that some streamer who a bunch of people I'm friends with has been like streaming gambling on Kick, and I was like, well, I guess if someone's dangling a bag that big in front of you while things are currently fucked. But it did make me think about it, and I kind of came to the conclusion of, nah, fuck them. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy and his whole ass. Yeah, it is crazy. Paying the most for, like, the worst healthcare. My plan seems halfway decent. I will say it was impossible to find out if they cover anything weight loss. It looks like almost none of them do. Yeah, Jamaican Ryan. No, I have friends, people I am friends with seem to be friends with this guy, and I don't quite know why. And then I saw that about him, and I was like, nasty. Nasty stuff. This ain't close enough. I'm jumping off. No, mainly like Ozempic. I'm paying out of pocket for Ozempic right now. And that shit, I'm about to run out. I bought like 8 months worth of it for about $3,000. There might have been like 9 months worth of it. And the price has gone up significantly. So I definitely can't buy it again. And that's got me freaked out. I wanted to see about Wegovy, because it works just like a little differently. And it would be, I think it was $1,300 a month. So I certainly can't do that. I might be able to buy more compounded semaglutide because it's at least a little cheaper, but I also feel like it's not super effective, or it's not consistent. Like, that's what I have right now is a bunch of compounded semaglutide from some random pharmacy in fucking Florida. That when I looked it up, it's just someone's house. And I feel like some weeks it works great, and some weeks it does nothing. But it's also sketchy as fuck. It went good and bad. Honestly, it was going great until the fly situation, and then I put a ton of weight on during the fly situation, which also drives me nuts. Carry this thing back over. So the flies seem okay now. Very long story short, just because I've told it like a zillion times. I had cleaners in my house like 6 or 7 months ago now. They put a... Is this the right? Yeah. They put a bag of potatoes into a cabinet and did not tell me. And 3 months later, I had an insane, it was either corpse fly or fungus gnat. I had a pest control guy here who said it was fungus gnats. And then I had another pest control guy tell me there's no way to tell without looking at it under a jeweler's loop. But while the flies were active in my house, I couldn't eat food in my house or cook. So it was pretty much 3 months straight of like either eating fast food in my car or sitting at restaurants. And that was terrible. I didn't really have any legs to stand on with it. And the cleaning, well, the joke of it all is it's a cleaning company for folks with like mental health issues. Meant to make things less overwhelming. But it was just run out of like some lady's home. And I had a great person with them for a while, and then they had someone new, and it was the new person who did it. And the only reason I didn't complain about the new person was because while I was talking to them and getting to know them, they mentioned how hard it is as a trans woman to get anyone to hire them. And like, I didn't even know about the potato thing. They just did a really, really bad job. So I was like, all right, I'm going to just tell them I have to cancel because I don't have the money, which is what I did. And then 3 months later, the fly thing. So very, very cool stuff. Yeah, that shit was hell. And I spent way too much money on food delivery and eating out. Fucking ridiculous spot to be in. Good morning, good morning. But yeah, now that the cold weather's here, the flies seem to have chilled mostly. I'm still finding like 1 or 2 a day. But it's much better than like thousands a day. And I started cooking in my house again. But I'm still keeping everything in like individual Ziploc bags and stuff. I don't know if I really trust having much produce yet. And that's pretty much all that. That is pretty much that. Yeah, now that that's sorted, I feel like I can go back to, I don't know. I got info for a dietitian to, like, write me out meal plans. But I also feel like I know what I gotta do. I just gotta do it. The other part of me just wants to be very cruel to myself, which is a bad reaction I get during this kind of stuff. But, and just, like, be like, nope, protein shakes only for the next month. No real food allowed. Somewhere in between. I'd been exercising regularly, but my trainer has been away at competition. And that's part of what we're doing today. When I'm done cleaning in PowerWash Sim, I'm going to go into my shed. I have a new bench to build. I want to get the cameras hooked back up. And I want to clean up the shed a little bit so I can start getting on my exercise program way more regularly. I'm riding my exercise bike again, too, which has been nice. Would be incredible after like a month of that. I do agree. See, I don't know. I feel like I just got a lot to figure out. I've been, I'll be cool for a little bit, and then I get insanely overwhelmed again for a little bit. And I'm kind of back in the insanely overwhelmed department. And I'm trying to chill. It's just a bike. It's a Schwinn. But I have a tablet that I put on it. So I can at least like watch a stream or a movie or something while I'm on there. But yeah, I've been good with the bike again. I used to do bike streams. I'd kind of like to get back to that. I need a game that's good for it though. And like Ball Pit kind of is, but I'm also kind of done with Ball Pit now. I don't know. I was doing the bike on stream because it was giving me accountability. I kind of hate doing it on stream. I mean, I don't know. I don't hate it. It's just a guaranteed, like, anxiety attack. And it's kind of the same thing with the shed. But I feel like I just tank it. I'm good at tanking it. Nah, I haven't heard of. I do feel like I've been face tanking a lot of anxiety lately. I don't know if it shows on the streams. I hope not. I feel like I'm pretty good at hiding it. Kurosawa movie. Nice. I think it might be on my list. I gotta look at my Letterboxd list again and see where I'm at with it. Ooh. I've also, again, I've just been like overdosing on Ark. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but a lot of that is, it is a hot game right now, and I want to lean into a hot game while I can. Because for everyone I know, Twitch is not good right now. Everyone I know's numbers are fucked up and down. But I think it's just because everyone's money is kind of fucked up and down right now, so it's understandable. I just got to find a decent balance, or I got to just start streaming like 16 hours a day again. That's the other option. Which is honestly like oddly comforting in its own way. To be like, yeah, I'm going to do my 8-hour stream, and then I'm going to work out on the stream, and then I'm going to cook dinner on the stream. And then I'm just going to go immediately to bed. But that pretty much means I have no social life. I feel odd washing this part of this guy. I don't love it. I don't like washing this guy's creases. It just feels fucked up. More power social. I will say I do have podcast idea kicking up. I'm going to talk to Ricky about it tomorrow. I'd love to do a podcast with Ricky. And Ricky seems to also be down to do a podcast with me. Just got to do a little bit of brainstorming. Yeah, we can call it Shops. We call it Podcasts, and it's a podcast about podcasts. Now, Ricky brought up a great point the other day in chat, and he said, you and me could probably talk at length about just people we hate. I'm like, oh, God. I don't know how well a haters podcast would be received, but my God, if it doesn't speak to me. Scumbags. Latest episode of Guys was really good. I listened to that because I couldn't fucking sleep last night. I mean, I could sleep. I woke up. I went to bed at like 11:30, maybe closer to 12, but I've been up since like 5, maybe like 4:45 even. And then I listened to the newest episode of Guys with Stefan as the guest. It was very good. But I feel like a podcast about guys you hate is pretty dangerously close to just the Guys podcast. I don't think they hate all the guys they talk about, but certainly a lot of them. Maybe ours could be about a specific person, so it's not so broad, you know. Oh, God. But yeah. Yesterday was a fun stream. I didn't really see how... I think it was a really good Jackbox. I didn't really get to see how it was received because I had no one else's chats up yesterday. And then I immediately left my home after it. Like, I just instantly left the moment Jackbox was over. Well, no, it would be a different person every episode for sure. Instead of guys, we can call it Guy. Reddit thread was very positive. That's good. That's good. When I was in Ryan's chat the other day, I can't remember what I said, but someone responded, "Don't you live in Florida?" And I was like, "The fuck? No, I don't." And everyone in the chat was like, "Really?" And that's when I was like, "Damn, all these people think I live in Florida." That's fucked up. This whole damn channel thinks I live in Florida. Norm Macdonald Internet Archive. Oh yeah. That sounds like a familiar podcast name. Oh, there's your problem. I've definitely heard of it. I don't think I've heard it. Will you redeem your watch streak? The hell? Why the hell not? I tell a lot of Florida stories. Yeah, I guess that is true. I've been living in Virginia longer than I lived in Florida now, which is kind of crazy. February will be 5 years I've lived here. And I lived in Florida for 4. And not even a full 4. Like a just under 4. This thing is really annoying to clean. Just an observation. This thing is super fucking annoying to clean. I have one of these? Oh my god. How does that work? How does that work? It's just like stuck in my hands now. I can't push E anywhere. We do have Cookout. I haven't had Cookout in a really long time. What the fuck do I do with this? It turns red and then it turns blue again. But I can't place it no matter what I do. I'm just mashing E everywhere. Can I put it anywhere else? Don't look like it. I also can't drop it. Oh. Huh. You place, you fucker? I might have to exit the game and come back into the game. Oh, wait, that I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go fucking crazy. Maybe I have to be at the top to place it? That would also be crazy. That's plausible. It's a myth plausible moment. No, I think it's just bugged. That's so funny. All right. Let's how do I leave? Okay. This thing is wacky. This thing do be wacky. Well, it's in the way on one side, but not the other. That shit was just glued to my hands. I feel like I have to do cleaning with the camera lock when I'm on this thing. I really hate the camera lock. Not a fan of the camera lock. I'll clean as much as I can from down here first. Then I'll do that. I can get pretty high up from here. They are so bright when they're clean. It's very nice. Come on now. I just want it. Yeah, get it this way. But yeah, I don't know what to talk about right now. I'm so sorry. I feel like I should have more things to talk about when I'm playing PowerWash Sim, but my head is a little bit empty right now. Just a touch empty. Oh, my pleasure. I do feel very lucky that I get to do the streams. I'm the lucky guy. I think that's why the fly stuff and stuff like that has to happen. It's like a balance. I get to work the cool fake job. Therefore, sometimes I have to, God has to throw me a curveball. Oh, God. I think Tarkov hits next week. Or maybe in 2 weeks. Whenever the 15th is. I was going to go do some shit on the 15th. But I think I'm going to stay home and stream the Tarkov launch instead. Because that'll also be a hot stream. I also, hopefully I didn't just like give all my information to a random person, but I got contacted about doing an ARC sponsorship. And I'm assuming on Monday I'll get more info. Unless it was just someone trying to steal my name and address, which could happen. I've been getting a lot of fake sponsorship stuff lately, but it's easy to spot at least. Hard to navigate all that stuff, though. I think I've got one more of these I could buy. Hold it. Has it not been a 1.0? No. I don't even know if this is a 1.0 thing. I just know it's coming to Steam. And I'm assuming I don't have to like buy it again. But that's also an assumption. But it's also just like a big patch. And I figure big Tarkov patch, even if there's still tons of cheaters in the game, there will be so many people playing it that it'll be kind of diluted, at least for the first few weeks. And I can just go be a little scamp. They just had a Tarkov Twitch Rivals fucking yesterday. I had no idea. I don't get contacted about that kind of stuff anymore. And I haven't looked in a while. There was a PUBG Rivals like a week before it. I had no idea. But I guess I don't really play PUBG anymore. I do miss the PUBG days. Those were nice days. Well, I have to assume it's like... let me out. It's... I'm assuming it's compatible like you'll be on the same servers as if you just have the Tarkov launcher, which is what I do have. But that's also an assumption. It is Tarkov. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. I don't think I'm familiar with Hell House. Yeah, that's a good point, though. Yeah, that might be the case. But yeah, there was a shooting competition the same day as the Tarkov release. But I also don't feel like I'm ready to do another competition yet. I haven't been keeping up with practice. I'm probably rustier than the last time I even did one. So I decided I would skip this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar with Hell House LLC. I'll have to check that out. I gotta get back to watching movies. I was watching a ton of movies for a bit there, and now I haven't watched a movie in like a couple weeks. But again, I think I've just been streaming my head off lately. I could just watch movies on stream. Now we're cooking. I feel like everyone else does it. It should be my turn. Sorry, we're just washing a little bit. Again, I really don't have much else to say. I got nothing on my mind. And I got plenty of stuff constantly bouncing around in my head, but nothing I necessarily want to talk about. Just got Wi-Fi on the shop. Nice. Hell yeah. I love that for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do more ARC streaming today. I have to finally get my mic set up so I could like be in Discord and also talk in game. And I could technically do that right now if I just were to talk in Discord on my PC, like on the gaming PC. But I feel like it's way too easy to leak DMs and shit, and I don't want to be doing that. Not that I've got anything like salacious in there, but I talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit with other friends who stream, and I wouldn't want to like have their shit talk broadcast to the world. I think I'd be pretty comfortable with anyone I talk shit about. I'd be okay with them knowing about it. I don't really fuck with people who I don't like. My only aversion ever with talking shit about streamers is they usually have audiences that like them a lot. And I wouldn't want someone's crazy ass audience coming for my ass. Hey now. It's so hard to climb up that. I wish it would let you one-handed and then clean with the other hand. How you doing, Colbone? What's up? You been on any of that Arc Raiders? This is my little reprieve from Arc Raiders right now because I've been streaming it like 1,000 hours a fucking day. Just do a little washing. Talk a little bit of shit. Yeah, talk a little bit of shit. A little touch of shit. Super Fantasy Kingdom. Word, word. I want to finish Ball Pit on stream, but I'm assuming it just goes into another New Game Plus. I don't know. I've been playing it off stream a little bit, and now I just need to beat the last map with 2 people again. And then I think I get the ending again. It does kind of turn into an idle game. Like I started doing like Fast +8 or something like that, or Fast 9, and the maps are really quick, but I am pretty much just barely doing inputs, and it's just a mess of shit happening. Game was real good though. I got a lot of mileage out of it. A little bit of Mega Bonk. Nice. I haven't touched Mega Bonk in a minute. I was Mega Bonking my ass off. And then I remember hearing, there was some patch where everyone was like, oh god, it fucked everything up. And I was like, well, I'm doing other stuff anyway. I'll put Mega Bonk back on a shelf for a little bit. But I'm assuming they've since fixed whatever's fucked up. I did play a little bit of Helldivers. Not as much as I would have liked to. I feel like everyone kind of burnt out on it real fast. But I did play a pretty good amount of it. I've been having fun playing a lot of Magic. I've been playing more in-person Magic. I got into a local Discord where they play like 3 games a week. And I've joined them like once a week. But I want to do more. Like, it's in-person games too, which is nice. I'll say on the day, well, that's also where I just, like, I've just had my foot to the floor lately. Like, after stream a lot of days, I'm just immediately going out to do, like, social life shit. Yeah, I feel that, Cobalt. I was not at all surprised about Spider-Man, and I am not at all excited. I am not at all excited about... I mean, some of the Avatar shit is at least, like, fantasy-based, and the cards look cool. I'm bummed out. Lorwyn does look fucking good. So they're doing Magic Spotlight series at certain events. And there's a Spotlight series here in Richmond, and the fucking set that's getting Spotlight series is fucking Ninja Turtles. So it's like... I'll still go to the event just to see what's up and hope there's like some drafts and shit going on, but I don't give a fuck about fucking Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I'm not an Avatar at all. So some of the card spoilers I've seen are like, at least they feel like they could be Magic cards. But yeah, I just don't give a shit about it. I did get a very small amount of Spider-Man, and I did pull one of the most expensive cards that's not a Soul Stone, so that felt nice. I do kind of want to unload some cards, though. I gotta see. I feel like a dickhead selling to a shop and getting like 40% of the value on stuff. But also, getting cash is nice. Yeah, Final Fantasy got fucked. I opened one collector pack. I did the other day. I got lucky, and Target had whatever they call the fat packs now. Like the box with 9 play boosters in it. I got 2 of those at MSRP. They were like $60 each. And that was just me getting lucky and seeing a post online that was like, these are at Target. And they sold out like 10 seconds later, but I got 2 of them. But, what was I going to say? The bundles. Yeah. Not the gift bundle, though. The gift bundle for Final Fantasy is still impossible to get because it has a collector booster and those are going for ungodly amounts. But the one that's just play boosters is not bad. But, what was I going to say? Oh, I've got, and they'll be here on Thursday. I occasionally am a sucker for, like, just blind box stuff with Magic. And on Halloween, one of the websites I occasionally get stuff from was doing You get 1 collector booster, and then between 3 to 12 play boosters. And they said it'll be like price according. So like if you get a Final Fantasy collector booster, you'll get 3 play boosters of something else. If you get like an Aether Drift collector booster, they'll send you 12 play boosters of something else. But I've got 2 of those boxes coming on Thursday. So I will have anywhere between like 8 and like 40 boosters to open. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, they still do Friday Night Magic at a bunch of places here, but I feel like all the LGSs around here have really limited stock. I never even got to open a single Dragonstorm pack or play it or anything. Like, I just missed Dragonstorm completely, and I heard it was good. I did like Edge of Eternities, but that's also been sold out everywhere since it came out. So the only Edge of Eternities I opened was for my pre-release I went to. I figure I'd like to go to an Avatar pre-release, which I think is this Friday coming up, right? Is the Avatar pre-release this week? Or I guess next week still, technically. But this coming Friday? Was it awful? Was it anything like fucking Duskmourn? All my Duskmourn cards have pringled so crazy bad. And it's not like a house issue, a humidity issue, because all my other cards are fine. It is this coming Friday. I mean, depending on what's going on, if I'm streaming or not, I would like to go to a Avatar pre-release, just because I like playing pre-releases. I'm the pre-release enjoyer. I feel like I'm good at sealed. And like my last few pre-releases I've gone to, I've won. So I feel like I could probably win this one too. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Especially with like the mounting popularity and hype behind it and the price gouging with it. You'd think the quality would be a little bit better, or more consistent at least. But yeah, I am both excited and bummed about that Spotlight series coming to Richmond. It's at a Star City Games thing, but it is also an official Magic thing. But yeah, the Spotlight set will be Ninja Turtles for that one. Ink bleed and marker writing for damn. That's crazy. That absolutely sucks. Yeah, I didn't get any Dragonstorm, and I've seen no Dragonstorm product anywhere. I'll say my LGS did finally, and they're only doing it on weekdays between certain hours because there's so much of it. They finally went through all their singles that cost $3 or less and just have them in boxes, and you could like sift through boxes now. And I had some friends who went and got tons of shit really cheap, like a lot of staples. Like apparently all of the soul rings are gone, every single one of them. But I got to go back and to some of like the deck lists I had and see if there's anything they got there for me to pick up. And there's the part of me that's like, you should sell a lot of your cards. And if I sell them to the LGS, they'll give me 40% of the value, which sucks. But they'll give me cash, which is nice. I love cash. $107 on Amazon? Damn. Yeah, it really came down, huh? Yeah, I think they typically, if you get cash value, if you want cash, they give you like 40% of TCG players' prices. And if you want store credit, you get like 50% or maybe 60%. So I could do TCG player, but I want to see if I can get cash. I got to see what the difference would be. Aw, thank you, Rini. I love that cash now. Thank you. I'm curious how much more I'd have to pay in taxes if I did it on TCG Player versus doing it for cash at a hit. I gotta see what that math looks like. Yeah, nah, it's fair. I have a couple of big cards I want to offload. Like I got Minkskin Boo, which is like $600. I got Eddie Brock foil, which is still like $200, I think. Like any card I have that's worth over like $20, I would love to sell. If it's not in a deck. Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, you have to give them like a W-2 and stuff, right? I mean, it would be going through my PayPal, I'm sure, which would just add to my taxes. Which, as a lovely contractor, is 40%. I feel like I'll be normal until tax season. That's when I'm going to turn into a fucking freak. This is just your warning, everybody. I'm going to turn into an absolute freak when tax season hits this year. Because I did not pay quarterly this year. Because I did not have the money to do it. So I'm going to have a huge tax bill at the end of the year. And I will defer it as long as humanly possible. Yeah, that fly shit really fucked me up. Like that few months of fly stuff, I was probably spending twice what I was making per month. So that shit tanked my savings. So I'm gonna be grinding is what I'm saying. That's why I've streamed 60 hours of Arc Raiders in 6 days. And why I will be playing it again tonight for many hours. I do like it, by the way. I don't want to make it sound like I hate it when I'm doing it. I'm just very tired is all. They're calling me the tired gamer. I'm realizing I just random subject jump, but I'm supposed to go to my friend Liz's family for Thanksgiving. My friend from back home in New York, her family lives like an hour north of me, maybe like an hour and a half. And while I was sitting in traffic today, I realized I was like, oh fuck. I wonder if driving on Thanksgiving is going to be horrible. I assume it will be. But maybe not. Maybe the horrible Thanksgiving driving is like the day before it and the day after it. I've seen flights are all fucked up. I have a lot of friends who are like trying to plan long drives now for Thanksgiving because they don't feel like they could confidently get flights. It's not that bad day of. Yeah, better than flying for sure. Because I'm also a freak and I don't want to leave my cats for too long. So I figured I would drive up there for Thanksgiving and then like drive home same night. I just don't want to sit in traffic or get like owned by a drunk driver. Hello. I'm doing all right. PowerWash Sim always get me yapping, and I feel like I don't know what to talk about, so I feel like I'm only talking. I feel like I'm probably sounding like I'm not doing great. But that's what happens with PowerWash Sim sometimes. I'll say after this, we're going to go out in the shed. I have a bench to build that I've been putting off since I had COVID. And I want to hook the camera back up. And I want to get back to regular shed stuff. Gotta get back on my shed shit. Yeah, it's a really nice game for that. Because I get entranced just playing it. Yeah, I don't really have any other travel plans or anything. I feel like I usually, at least the last few years, I've done like Christmas subathons. But I got my family coming to town this Christmas. So I'm definitely not doing one. But I do feel like I gotta think of some, I'd like to think of some Christmas stream ideas that aren't just, I'm doing a subathon. You dirty, where you dirty, you palm leaf. Grinch stream? I could try a Grinch stream. Oh, fuck. I think it would be kind of crazy to do a full-blown Grinch cosplay. Green paint. I would have to, like, make one. I'm too big to buy a costume. And that's where, like, I feel bad whenever people are like, oh, you should, like, you should do a costume night in this. And I'm like, no, they don't make a costume for me. There's no costume for me out there. I'd have to, like, make it. But I could be, like, the shitty Grinch. I could definitely be the shitty Grinch. And just paint myself green as hell. God. Grinch has a green body. Yes, he does. Palm tree. There we go. The Grunch. I could do it as the Grunch. But yeah, my hours are probably going to shift quite a bit when my family's in town for December. I will probably no longer be streaming in the mornings, and I'll be streaming in the evenings for most of December. Because they typically want to head home by like 6 p.m. So I'll probably be on that 6 p.m. lifestyle for a bit. It'll be nice having him here though. It's just going to be a lot of scheduled juggling. I'm usually in my comfort zone, which is stream whenever I want for as long as I want. And it's hard when I have to consider other people. But it's a skill I simply got to get better at. Hell yeah. Yeah, I really got to see about getting a new bed. My bed is so fucked up. And I can still just feel how tired I am today. And I think it's from that. I also, maybe I have to get a humidifier. I should probably get a new sleep study. Because I woke up with just like an insanely sore throat and just like really dry throat. Scratchy everything. Woke up with a bad throat. But also with back pain. And I was saying the other day, I got all pissed off about the bed. I was like, what the fuck? This is my brand new bed. And then I remember I bought that bed in 2007. Which isn't that long ago. But I think for a guy my size, that's probably roughly the life of a bed right there. And I can't flip it. The mattress, I guess. It's just like insanely lopsided. Like just laying on the bed hurts. And if I try to go to the other side of the bed, it is comfortable, but if I shift even a little bit, I just like roll into the divot that exists on the other side of it. It's so bad. Like it visibly, like if you look at the bed, it looks like this. Like it's crazy. The cats love it. I catch Taco laying in that insane divot. Yeah, I gotta replace this thing. I can't remember what brand people were telling me to get. There's apparently a brand that's good for heavy folks. Well, I've been flipping it. I think it's just I think I've flipped as it gets, and by that I just mean rotating it, because there is no underside to it. It's like a one-sided mattress. I definitely should have rotated it a bit more often, because yeah, I think I was doing probably every yeah, maybe like once a year. I would give it a good rotate, twice a year maybe, but I should probably be doing like monthly. I gotta decide if I get a big one again. Like I have a king size, and I feel like that's just a little. It's too big for just me. I feel like that shit was even too big when I was like dating somebody. It takes up so much fucking room.
It's been
38 months of subscribing from Dr_Genghis_Khan.
Thank you, Dr. Genghis Khan. Thank you. Thank you. Are you right? You might be. Just might be. Yeah, I would have to get a new frame. And I have a good, like, I have a very heavy duty frame right now. When I was searching for bed frames, I would look at the weight limits and they'd all be pretty low. And then this one was just insanely overcompensated. Like I could probably have like 12 people in my bed. Because I think the weight limit on this frame is like 3,000 pounds or something insane. Just a gigantic steel frame. I do gotta make sure my box springs are okay. It would be pretty annoying to find out it's just a box spring that's fucked up. And that's why the bed's so uncomfortable. Word. I could check into that. I gotta put that on my list of beds to check out. Yeah, I can't remember the brand. It was like an online, like a bed they ship to you brand that people told me to check out. Cannot remember what the hell it was. Oh, God. Doing a good cleaning job here. No, that's fair. That's fair. I figure maybe I will appeal to my family for that as like a Christmas thing. If they could help me get a new mattress. They do always ask me, what do you need? And I'm always like, I'm fine. And this time I can go, actually, a bed. I'll hit them with the well, actually. Yeah. My sleep has just been kind of fucked up lately, where I'll have like several nights in a row, maybe like a week or two of like 4 to 6 hours a night, and then I'll have one day where I just can't stop sleeping to catch up. Last night was very much a 4 to 5 hours kind of night. Which just ain't enough. This is not enough. Yeah, I woke up with just like throat on fire and like really dry mouth. And I wasn't able to go back to bed because my back was bugging me. But I'm thinking I did get my like crawl space replaced this year, which was another fucking crazy expense. I'm sorry, I don't mean to just be talking about money stuff. It's been a very expensive year. But I had to get my crawl space redone, and they installed a dehumidifier in it. And I'm wondering if that is... I wonder if my house is, like, too dry. It used to be very humid. No, that's fair. The other big change for me, like, I was sleeping much better when I was smoking weed, but I've been sober now for over 3 months. So I can't just, like, get high and pass out for 8 hours like I used to. Thank you. Yeah, it's been crazy to be fully sober for so long. And, like, I was never much of a drinker. But I decided I would also just not drink either. Because I know me, and I know that I would just trade one thing for another. Like, the only other time I took a tolerance break, I started drinking, like, several drinks a night. I need to just not be doing that. That's fair, kombucha. I mostly quit. I mean, I was toying for a while with quitting, but I was getting heart palpitations from my meds if I smoked weed. And I quit the meds for like almost a year. And then I was like, all right, that's probably dumb, man. You should just probably quit weed instead of quitting your meds. And here I am. How many zins you got going? I don't do more than one at a time. I still can't get over the guy at 7-Eleven telling me, he was like, you should try Grizzlies. And I was like, nah, man, those are like 12 milligrams each. And he was like, I put 3 to 4 in at a time. And I was like, what the fuck? Why? Maybe. You might be seeing God from all the nicotine. But like I've had one in, I think, this whole stream so far, so it's probably not even doing anything at this point. It's just kind of chilling there. Oh, that's rough. I haven't I never fully put nicotine down. I smoked cigarettes and then I vaped for a very long time. And now I'm on the bootleg Zins. Kinda, I guess. I'm curious how much, it's hard to track how much nicotine I was getting vaping. Because I was kind of vaping nonstop. So I'm pretty sure I have to be getting less nicotine from these pouches. Just because, like, yeah. If you eat 3, that's crazy. I did not know that. A Zinin while ripping a Newport, that's fair. You know, I haven't even, I've had a few situations where I was in a position that I could have bummed a cigarette off someone, but I've been steadfast to not have a cigarette. The cigarette eating magician. That's a good bit right there. Yeah, I do miss weed. Is there Mr. Weed? I do miss it. But I figure it doesn't have to be for forever. Not that I'm like counting down the days when I could smoke again, but I'm like, well, if someday I ever stop taking this med. Yeah, I can't fire it up right now, but chat can certainly check it out. Hold on. What's the command? Is plus permit? I think it's plus permit. That should work. Smoking Magic is such a good video name. Yeah, I got a couple things I want to do right now. I just gotta. It's hard to find time to do stuff. Like I've been trying to be more active in my social life, which I feel like I've been accomplishing. I just been going out more, be it to play Magic or like go get some food with people. Like I have been making more of an effort to like exist offline, and that's been nice. I also kind of forget how fast my social battery just gives. You know. Where I get worn out quickly, but like I'm also 40 now, so maybe that's normal. The yawning gamer. I really want to start playing music again. I've been saying that for a minute, but I simply need to start a damn band again. Yeah, hell yeah. This shirt was missing. It is. It is. This shirt was missing. And then I had folks helping me clean my house. It was behind my dryer. They found it. I feel like I love that band shirts. I have so many conversations with random people over band shirts, like in person. Like I think anytime I've ever worn this shirt to a grocery store or a restaurant, at least one person will want to talk to me about swans, and that's nice. I like that. But this shirt more than any others. Which I find funny because I feel like Swans is probably like the least accessible music I listen to. But there's always someone who's like, oh, fuck yeah, Swans. Yep, a little clocked in. Once I'm done cleaning this map, I have to... so I have a... For anyone who's never been here for it, I have a home gym out in my shed. And I was streaming from it here and there, but now I haven't streamed from it since I had COVID about 2 months ago. And I have a new bench to build that I've been putting off also since I had COVID. So I want to get outside after this, hook the cameras back up, hook the microphone back up, and build that bench. We're going to build that bench. Which I don't think will be necessarily all that hard. Like, I think most of it's put together. I just got to attach shit. God, I remember going to see Mogwai. I used to see Mogwai every time they'd play New York. And one time it was at Webster Hall, which is just like, I don't know. I never had too much love for Webster Hall. And they would have like a lot of dance nights and shit when there wasn't live music. And one of the Mogwai shows I went to, there were so many people at it. And I could just hear them talking about it. Where they were like, oh yeah, no, I've never heard this band. I just want to be out. I just came because this is a place I hang out at. And then Mogwai was insanely loud, which is a thing I always loved about Mogwai. Like a month ago? Hell yeah. I used to see them all the time when I lived in New York because pretty much every tour ever that would come to America, and even just like American bands, everyone played New York. New York was a stop for every band ever. And when Mogwai would play in the States, they would often play a New York show, tour America, and then they'd be flying back home from New York, so they'd play another show. So I seen Mogwai like, God, probably like 12 times, maybe more. Always loved seeing them, though. Always loved it. I'll check that out in a minute. Got a signed poster, that rocks. Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while now. I think the last tour I saw of theirs was when Rave Tapes came out. And I think they've had a couple records since then. me see if I could pull it up. I should be able to. Oh, yeah. Cross himself when he saw it. That is so fucking funny. Of all the shirts. Nice looking shirt. Some kids be crazy. And I was getting my hair cut once by my buddy. And the place I go get my hair at, they usually have like either punk or hip hop on. But it is usually just like punk music. Sometimes a hardcore band, but like, you know, usually nothing all that crazy. And there was this teen getting his hair cut a few stations away from me. And when he left, he like dropped a note and then ran away pretty much. And the note said, heavy metal is for satanic pedophiles. There was definitely no heavy metal getting played. But I think some people just hear like an electric guitar. And they're like, this is heavy metal. I think like Iron Sheik was on or something like that. Or maybe like Dillinger 4 or the Lawrence Arms. Like it was nothing remotely heavy. Yeah. I've been on a big Iron Sheik kick. I feel like that's usually fall music for me. I had a heartwarming amount of people at Fest like a week or two ago send me Instagram videos of Iron Sheik playing. Yeah, they're killing it right now. The satanic pedophiles. It's their time. There we go. Yeah, Sheik never tours. And yeah, I don't see a world where they ever like really tour again. Just the occasional festivals, and it's usually just the fest. I'm not even sure who's like I know most of the people who are still in the band, but I also know like, especially for stuff like fest, I imagine they're replacing their drummer for that kind of stuff. Because I remember in like 14, him telling me like I will never tour again. just over touring. I want to be in a band like Paint It Black, which is to say they occasionally drop a record, usually an EP, but they'll occasionally put out some new music, and then they play like a couple shows a year, and then they play in their hometown sometimes. That feels like such a nice kind of band to be in. Touring, even when it's like cushy, is still pretty grueling sounding. It was crazy. I had like, you know, I haven't really, it's been a couple of years of not really going to too many shows. But when Jeff played here in Richmond, I was just hanging out backstage the whole time. And I was like, y'all, this is fucking crazy. Like, you each get your own, like, not like every person in the band, but every band gets their own room. There was like a sauna. There was all sorts of stuff. And they were like, and dude, this is like the worst room we've had all tour. Like, that's fucking crazy. When you're in a successful band, it looks like it's so nice, but they were still like worn the fuck out because it's still touring and playing a show every single day, even with crazy amenities. This map is taking a while, huh? Kind of burnt yourself out. That's fair. That's fair. I've only got tickets to one show right now, and it is American Nightmare with Gorilla Biscuits in December. And fucking Cold World is playing a day before, and I kind of want to go see Cold World, but it's the day before, and I genuinely just know myself. I'm like, I will be too tired to go to 2 shows back to back. That will never happen. Half the map. I've done a lot of that at least, which is good. Oh god, yeah, there's the percentage, huh? We're a little over the halfway point. That's good. Does that percentage update mid-cleaning, or does it go down? It does, okay. It just went up. I wasn't sure if it would only clock when you get like a new piece done. I shan't smoke the soap. They should let you smoke cigarettes in this game. I really want to finish RV there yet. I'm dying to finish it. Yeah, he's got to stop. He's got to cut it out. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my shed stuff done. It's like 1%. That is kind of brutal. Don't worry, we're doing it. We'll be done in no time. Yeah, yeah. It's very satisfying cleaning. I'm power washing my brain right now, is what I'm doing. How's that leaf not clean? Or are you still dirty? Aha. Aha.
It's been
106 months of subscribing from Eponymous Dit.
Eponymous Dit. Thank you. Thank you. Happy 106. I jump attacked that palm. That was nice. Thank you. Thank you. The new plate up like restaurants. What you talking about? Like IRL? Wait, a third person plate up where you play as rats? I have not heard of this. That sounds lovely. I haven't done plate up in a minute. Oh, it's called restaurants. Huh. No, I have not heard of that. That is something I'll have to check out. There was a new Foddy like that someone linked me the other day. And I think maybe Chiblee had played it. I cannot remember what it was called. But I know it's in one of the Discords I'm in for sure. Egging on, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. How's that? I do like a frustrating game. Fun to watch. That's all I gotta hear. That is all I need. Baby Steps was so damn good. I had such a good time with that game. I still want to go through and find other stuff. Absolutely. Please do. I'll be raiding some arcs eventually. I really want to commit to doing my shed stuff and not just immediately going to play arc after this. Like, badly. Thank you, Rena. No, I think it's got staying power for sure. I really just wanted to switch stuff up today. Mostly because there's the part of me that everyone does seem to be having a good time with Ark, like with me streaming it. But just in case anyone is sick of it, I was like, all right, let me start stream today with at least something different. So it's not just all Ark today, again. Not that I've still been doing some other stuff. Like we had Lego and Jackbox this week. That cut into some of the Ark. I thought Jackbox was really funny yesterday. I enjoyed that thoroughly. What's up? Yeah. And like I was saying, I've put 60 hours into Ark already.
88 months of subscribing from Wholesale Virus.
Thank you, Wholesale. What's up? Happy 88 months. Thank you. That's fair. I've been having a lot of fun in Ark. I do feel, shockingly, I usually like a game like that solo a lot. I think I do like the group play a little bit better. Not to say I wasn't having a good time in solo also. I've been called the F-slur like a dozen times every time I play solo. People do not like when you kill them in that game. It's been a hell of an 88 months. Yeah, I wonder if they've moved me into well, no, as far as I know, they don't have any form of matchmaking other than like ping-based. I was gonna say maybe they put me in like the Gremlin servers where everyone's fighting. But it's also it varies for me. Where I get some servers where everyone is just kind of like they don't want to fight. Which is horrible for me. Because I love to fight. But it does feel bad when someone's like, no, please. I'm like, well, fucking, I can't kill them now. I feel bad. I think it was Rocky saying that when he runs into people in Ark, he's just going to say his full name to humanize himself. There's definitely more willing PvP in the group stuff. I haven't had anyone complain about getting in a fight in groups where people in solos get really mad at you. I think it is still a fun game solo. It is definitely like, it's not as cutthroat as Tarkov was. But I think it could definitely still be cutthroat though. I don't really know what direction the game will take. I have to imagine as more people die to PvP, less people will be willing to try to be friendly. But it's also, I don't know, I get such polarizing experiences from people where like some friends of mine are like, yeah, I don't really like it because every time I log in, I just get insta-ganked by people. And I got other friends who are like, I don't like it because I can't PvP anyone because everyone just begs you not to. And it does feel kind of bad to just like annihilate someone who's not even fighting back. Yeah. That said, I have had a lot of fun in it. It is the most fun I have had with the game in a very long time. It has sparked insane discourse online, which is kind of funny. Whoop. I really wish, and like I'm sure it's probably not great, no matter what. But I know a lot of people have a big gripe with it. Yeah, the AI discourse, that's what I was just going to get to. Because the discourse I was talking about mostly are just people who are like, if you PvP in a game like that, you're a heartless motherfucker. You're a piece of shit. And like my take is like, it is a game, you gotta chill. But yeah, the AI discourse is a rough one. Because like I'm by no means a fan of AI. I do not like AI. But also, whatever Ark is doing is certainly different from like scraping art from artists. You know, they're using, they've trained an AI text-to-speech voice model using voice actors' voices who they paid. I don't know how well they paid them, but it's still not the same as like theft and slop. Yeah, yeah. And it's not like I don't want to give it a free pass, but it doesn't feel as bad as like, oh, this game was just made using AI, you know? Or we got all of our art assets from Midjourney. Like that's some shit that I would never touch. Yeah, not ethical, but the closest it could get. I understand their argument for it, which again, I don't necessarily agree with, but their whole thing is, well, by doing it this way, we could add items every day, and we don't have to have someone else come into a studio and record lines if they could just say every item in the game. Where to me, like not for nothing, like that just doesn't matter to me. Like I don't care if the game can say an item at me, but I guess there are people who really care about that level of immersion. I would be fine if there was just no voices in the game, just no voice acting. But yeah, I mean, I can understand why people have a problem with it. I do feel bad when people come at me and like treat me like a dickhead over it, which hasn't happened too much, but has happened. I've had a few people pull the whole like, oh, like you're willing to play an AI game when you like it though. I'm like, oh, come on, shut the fuck up. I'm really on my shut the fuck up shit lately. The enemy fighting is kind of nutty. Although I do feel like it's also really easy to cheese most of the NPCs if you could just find cover, because they'll stay aggroed on you. You just gotta kind of like dance with them. Yeah, I feel that. I do, I do wish there was no machine learning shit. I feel like that's just not the case. I do have a problem with it when it is like straight up art and stuff like that, where it's like, well, we trained, we generated art for this thing based off of the stolen art of a bunch of people, and it cost us nothing. Versus we paid a voice actor to make a voice model out of their voice. Because like I said, like not with the text to speech I use. I'm using default Microsoft text to speech voices. But like, tons of streamers have the AI text to speech stuff. Like Joe Biden voice and the one that has the pirate and all that shit. And like, it's the same technology. And in those cases, I'm sure they didn't pay Joe Biden. I did say at the time, I was like, if anyone ever makes a voice model of me without talking to me about it, I will kill them. I'll find them and kill them. Because there was a website for a bit that was like, submit your favorite streamer and we'll make a voice model of them. And it was the quickest I've ever put myself on a do not use my voice list in my life. Yeah, Joe Biden's labor is getting stolen, y'all. We gotta defend Joe. Oh fuck, we're at 83%. We're cruising now. Let me go grab the swing from the other side. How do I do that? Oh, hold on. I had a pickup hold on. I had a pickup option. There we go. You know what? Let me do all that I can from the ground first. Fuck. I didn't realize I didn't do this whole part either yet. Yeah, that said, having a good time with Ark. It does kind of suck just feeling like, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess you pick and choose your battles, right? Like, I straight up said I wasn't going to play EA games anymore. And not the easiest thing to stick to when they put out a fucking free battle royale. But I still want to stick to that. But I'm not going to give anyone else shit for playing an EA game, so... Fucking, I still cannot believe, insane to me, that there's a Mr. Beast theme park opening up in Saudi Arabia. Absolutely insane. Not a single actual photo of its development, just shitty ass renders, and it's supposed to be open soon. And I can't imagine the fucking body count that comes with building that place. I do not like to think about how many people have probably died building Mr. Beast World or whatever the fuck it's called. And it's so funny that his defense isn't, yeah, they gave me $1 trillion. It's, well, most of my fans aren't American, and this is the most central location for all of my fans. What an insane fucking justification. Crazy justification. Total piece of shit. I'm so sick of pieces of shit. It's like really such a thriving time for pieces of shit right now. I'm still pissed off about fucking. I was every now and again I'll browse live stream fail to see what kind of slops out there, because I'm just curious at the state of things in this my wonderful industry. And I saw a thread about a guy who was like, oh, that guy's friends with a bunch of my friends. And I opened it up and I was like, oh, he's a fucking kick gambler. I hope this guy dies. Needs to end. I disagree with that. I think it needs to end for certain people. But it's simply a pipe dream. Bad people definitely stay winning. People are unhinged all over Reddit. There's not a single subreddit I enjoy reading at this point. I go there to look at a few Reddits that list like sales. I look at sales and then I go, what other slop we got here? But there's like no websites, you know? I feel like there's so few websites to even go to these days. I go to like my friends' Twitch streams. I read Blue Sky, but that moves pretty slowly because I'm selective about who I follow on it. What else? It's like not a lot of other websites. Maybe. I need some shit to read though. That's the thing. I can't. I need like a good website to go to. There's got to be a good website out there. And it's Twitch when there's a friend of mine streaming who I like to watch. Twitch becomes a good website when that happens. There's Wikipedia random articles. Yeah, everything do be monetized. I feel like I'll occasionally go in and out of having like content brain, where anytime I enjoy anything, I go, I should like stream this. But that's just me monetizing everything, you know? Like if you really reduce it. There's the part of it, it's like, no, it's nice to share stuff with stream. Like I do like doing this. I've been doing it for so long because I like doing it. Like this wasn't viable as a full-time thing for me the first like 6 years I did it. I was doing it for the love of the game. It is also just like the perfect. I feel like I don't know if it's like a bullshit phrase or not, but I've always felt like well, whenever people would do like the personality tests, I would always be like an introverted extrovert, where it's like, yeah, you're a bit of both. Like, God, Twitch fucking owns for like someone who's a little too anxious to go out all the time. It does scratch a social itch for sure. Nah, it's fair. It's fair. Yeah, I don't really have any like special interest Reddits I go to. Like r/space pretty much fucking sucks, but I go just for like certain headlines here and there. Or like when an actual astronomer posts something. That's usually nice. But there's like no other subs I read. Like my Reddit, I guess sub feed. I don't know what the fuck they call it. There's the Richmond subreddit. The Richmond, Virginia subreddit's pretty good. People with bad opinions just get run out of there pretty quickly. But that only gets so much action a day. And some days it's nothing I give a shit about, you know? And then I think I'm subscribed by default to like r/politics and r/news, which I'd rather get waterboarded than read the comments in those. But it's also a decent way to at least be informed of stuff going on. Even if it's just browsing past headlines. It does suck feeling like there's really no media that I like trust or enjoy these days. Because like I've always been interested in politics too. Like I'm not trying to head in the sand it. But media fucking stinks in this country. Yeah, I feel that, Scooper. They definitely really do not like fat people on Reddit. Or I just feel like in general, honestly, which is sad. It stinks. No, extremely felt. It wasn't in your ass. Oh no. Hey, Angel Rose. Yeah, no, it is all really exhausting. I've at least stopped. Like I deleted my Twitter a long time ago now, but I would occasionally just log into a blank burner account just so I could look at it and be like, I wonder what all the bad stuff is today. And that was just like self-harming with information, pretty much. That place is so fucked. I don't understand how anyone still navigates it on any level. Yeah, yeah. God. What I guess the good places for me online are typically Discord servers at this point. Like, I've got my own Discord for the stream. I've got some streamer Discords I'm in with friends. I got some friend Discords I'm in, just which only exists for friends to talk. Those are all nice places. I think that's really it. I can't think of any other like nice place online for me anymore. I guess Discord did kind of replace like message boards, right? Because when I was younger, it was definitely a lot of message boards. It is sub-walled, my Discord, but you don't have to like stay subbed to stay in it. That was my compromise. I felt weird paywalling people straight up out of it. But I also, if it was a free Discord, I would need to get help dealing with it. I do get away with not really having any moderation anywhere. I think I've banned like maybe 2 real people from this Twitch stream in like the last 6 months. And the rest are just bot spam and shit. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I guess it depends who you're on it with, right? Like, I'm still on Instagram, but I'm pretty much only there to keep up with some old friends. But it is usually always nice. Like, I feel like it's the only way I would ever see like my friends who have children and shit. Like, I would never see like family photos or stuff like that, just because I'm just not home anymore, or in New York at least. But then like I look at like, you know, some of my family members despise Instagram because yeah, it's just a lot of people posturing. Also, all social media, I tend to only stick to the people I follow. Like, I don't look at Instagram Reels. I don't even have TikTok. I just got no interest in seeing what people I'm not friends with gotta say. And part of that is like, I'm 40 now. I don't need to. I've been alive on this earth long enough that I am pretty set in my ways and pretty certain about the stuff I think about. I don't need to hear someone else's opinion, you know? No one's changing my mind on any shit. I don't need to debate anything for the rest of my life. And that's such a nice feeling. Just to post art? Oh yeah. My Instagram, I exclusively post cat pictures on. I update my story maybe every few days, and it is 100% of the time a picture of a cat. Speak of the dough. Thank you. Oh, I was going to say, where are they? They're right here. Hi, Taco. Oh, Mr. Taco. Hi. Hey, buddy. You look so sleepy. Boba's in the basket. I want to get them a new tree. Just because this tree is pretty small. And I think they would be happier on a bigger tree. It's also a little beat up. Like, the basket is so bent. And the fabric's ripped on it. Like, I don't think this tree will last a whole lot longer. Oh my god, I'm at 95%, huh? I just noticed that. New tree sub goal? I could certainly do something like that. Maybe around Christmas. I'll see about new cat tree. It's hard as hell to think of sub goals. It's just not easy. Because I don't want to half-ass them. Like, I do have a sub goal up right now, but that's just a very explicit... This would be a number that would be nice to be at. Where I feel like I want to offer something for a sub count. I don't know if that is a thing. Cat trees are pretty cheap, though, from what I've seen. Like, I was browsing some the other day. Not to say, like, $100 is nothing, but for, like, a gigantic cat tree that would go to my ceiling, it was, like, $100. I think this one was, like, 60 when I got it, and that was almost 5 years ago now. This is the only cat tree they've ever had. It's still going strong. I was just saying earlier that it's been a little difficult here and there because I do miss it. But I still haven't. I've been completely sober. November 6th, I want to say, was 3 months. I don't know what day of November it is now. It's the 8th. Or it might have been the 5th, somewhere in there. The last time I smoked weed or had a drink was like the first week of August. Been completely sober since. I think I miss it because I actually miss it at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure my body, and like, I think it's like a misguided miss it. Like, I miss it when I'm depressed or bored. I miss it lately because I'm not sleeping all that well. And I feel like it would help me zonk out and sleep a little longer. But, like, I don't even know if that's true. Yeah. I tell myself that is the case, but I don't know if that's actually the case. Let me get the bottom of as many of these as I can from down here. I need to look at some melatonin. My psychiatrist or prescriber, I don't think she's a psychiatrist. She recommended, I can't remember the name of them, but I've seen them in Target before. And she was like, oh, you can just get them at Target. They're like a gummy. And it's got melatonin and something else in it. But she was like, I use it myself. I really like that stuff. Can't remember what it was called. Yeah, so I had a sleep study 5 years ago, and I did not have sleep apnea. But it was also a take-home study, and I feel like the doctor who went over it spoke to me for like a minute. Like, he barely spoke to me. So I wouldn't mind getting an actual study. Yeah, I had one of those. So I had one of those when I was younger. And they hooked me up to wires and stuff. And they told me I did have sleep apnea then. That was a long time ago. And I weighed like over 100 pounds more. But I think maybe part of my sleep issues right now is I did put a chunk of weight back on in the last 3 months. That's where I want to go get my shed in order and like grind hard again. I have to get back on my weight loss grind. Damn, I didn't know it was a possibility either. I think the weight can factor a lot into sleep apnea. At least like when I had it when I was younger, and then when I spoke to a doctor about it later in life after I lost a bunch of weight. He was like, well, that's the, you know, he's like, you could definitely lose enough weight that you don't have sleep apnea anymore. I was like, interesting. I also have some friends who lost a ton of weight and they do still have sleep apnea. So I should probably get a test. What got me fucked up? I feel like a CPAP would be so nice. Like where I only got a few hours of sleep last night, I woke up because I was breathing through my mouth and my mouth was dry and then my throat hurt. But then my back also hurt because my bed sucks. And like I was trying to just like, when I woke up like that, I was like,
7 months of subscribing from bio_1337.
Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was like, when I woke up like that, I was like, just breathe through your nose. And I was trying to, and I was like, oh, I'm like just congested enough that I can't. Or at least laying down, I couldn't. I could right now. Yeah, it feels nice. I used to always be a back sleeper, and back sleeping has been bothering me lately. I keep waking up on my side or on my stomach, where I'm typically a back sleeper. No, that's fair. You got a big, thick neck. Do you know that much? Okay. All those rocks are done. Nope, not you. There we go. %99 on this clean. We're so close. Yeah, I gotta, now that my fly situation is handled, I do gotta get my kitchen restocked with healthier stuff. It's not terrible right now. The problem is it's just not stocked enough right now. And I keep having the occasional, like just like depressing night where I'm like, we're not even depressing half the time. Sometimes just mindless. Like yesterday, I ordered delivery just because I was going from 10 a.m. to midnight pretty much with stuff that was busy. So I just didn't have any cooking time. But I also had nothing quick to eat in my house, so I got delivery. And that was a stupid idea, the delivery. Made me feel like shit. Are all these rocks done? They are. It's yelling at me about one of these. Ah. Or are you still dirty? Maybe like up here? Yeah. a lava climb cliff face, a rear lava climb hold, and the Dimotron head. It definitely says Dimotron. Oh, I missed that. Still a cliff face. That cliff face. It's probably also right above it. Okay, rear lava. Well, all the way down here. And here. Right, clean this thing's head. We've done it. What a job. That only took 2 hours. That was only 2 hours. Beautiful. We are not doing the roller disco yet. All done by clean. Yep. Oh, God. There's a part of the stream where I realize I haven't looked at my Discord all day. Yeah, I played a little bit with Sips. We did some cleaning together last week. That was nice. Oh, God. All right, I would really like to go out in the shed. And we won't be out there for a super long time. I just want to put together the bench and get the camera set back up. And, like, get the shed back in good working order. I also don't want to, like, kill the stream, though. I feel like it's going to. But I need to get that out of my head. That's just not true. And even if it is, people will come back when I do something else. All right, let's quit the game.